Hi guys and welcome to Crazy Pepper Revenge. This channel is all about crazy true stories, stuff that happens in real life when things get a little bit messy, people dealing with drama, cheating, lies, breakups, and even revenge. Some stories are wild, some are emotional, but all of them will keep you watching. If you like real talk and real situations, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stick around. This is Crazy Pepper Revenge, where the stories get spicy.
Everyone saw you cheating, but I'm the only one who felt it.
My wife Miranda, 32F, and I, 29M, we're married 3 years. I teach 8th grade history. I'm the reliable, boring type with color-coded lesson plans. She worked in marketing and had always been more dynamic than me. The trouble started when she announced that she was going to Vermont for a girls' weekend with Lacey and Tasha. Our anniversary was that weekend. When I pointed this out, she rolled her eyes and said, "It's just a date, Liam. Stop acting like I slapped your mother." That Friday morning, I watched her drag her suitcase to the door. No goodbye kiss, just the click of her heels down our apartment hallway like she was escaping prison. I called out, "I love you," but the elevator doors had already closed. For months leading up to this, she'd been pulling away. Coming home late, being dismissive during conversations, making me feel like I was shrinking to fit into smaller and smaller spaces in our relationship. But I kept thinking it was just a rough patch. That night, I tried calling to check in. Straight to voicemail. "Hey, it's Miranda. You know what to do?" I didn't leave a message. Tried again an hour later. Same thing. Then I texted, "Just checking in. Let me know you're okay." The message showed delivered, but no response. I barely slept, kept rolling to her side of the bed, smelling her pillow that still carried her amber perfume. By 3 a.m., I was pacing the kitchen, pouring water I didn't drink, staring at nothing. Something felt fundamentally wrong, but I couldn't name it yet. Saturday was our anniversary. The apartment felt like a mausoleum, her sandals by the door, wine glass still unwashed in the sink, everything screaming her absence. I should have been furious or heartbroken, but what I felt was stranger. Like the silence wasn't absence, but strategy. She wanted me to stew in it. My friend Jonah texted around 5 p.m. about a BBQ at his lake house. I figured anything was better than sitting alone in that quiet apartment. So I went. The backyard buzzed with conversation and the smell of grilled corn. I tried to feel present, but it was like watching everything through glass. That's when I heard her name, Miranda. I turned and saw this woman, Ava, scrolling her phone by the cooler. "I didn't know she was dating someone new," she said to her friend, showing the screen. My stomach dropped. "Miranda who?" I asked, my voice sharper than intended. "Miranda Shaw. She's at that resort in Killington with some guy. I figured you two broke up." I stepped closer. "Can I see that?" Ava looked surprised, but turned her phone toward me. It was an Instagram story, one of those 10-second clips that loop endlessly. Miranda, hair down, shoulders bare in the sunlight, cocktail in hand, laughing. But not just laughing, leaning into a man I'd never seen before, her hand grazing his chest like it belonged there. He whispered something in her ear. She smirked. The story ended with her blowing a kiss at the camera, his hand on her waist. The caption read, "Guess who found vacation company," with a kiss emoji. I couldn't breathe. Something sharp and cold cracked through my chest. The fireworks started right then over the lake, big, bright bursts of color painting the night sky. Everyone around me turned to watch, faces lit with red and gold. But I couldn't look up because there in my hands was proof. Not silence, not ambiguity, just a single moment she'd chosen to share with the world and not with me. I handed the phone back without a word. Ava gave me a sheepish look. "I thought you knew. I'm sorry." I walked to the edge of the lake and stood there in the dark while explosions echoed behind me like applause. It was our anniversary, and she was somewhere else, celebrating with someone else. It wasn't a wound anymore. It was a decision. Sunday morning, I was sitting across from divorce attorney Carla McKay in her Midtown office. Too many leather chairs, not enough warmth. She was brisk but kind, asked the right questions, didn't blink when I said, "She's having an affair. I want it done quickly." "Do you have access to her social media? Screenshots would help." Anything with location tags or closeness. I slid my phone across the desk. "Start with the story she posted last night. It's public." She tapped the screen, nodded, and kept working. There was something therapeutic about watching this part of my life broken down into sections. Assets, shared accounts, lease agreements. Nothing romantic, just terms and conditions. I signed where she pointed. Here's what I did next, and I'm still proud of this. I didn't call Miranda, didn't text, didn't give her the satisfaction of my desperation or rage. Instead, I waited until late afternoon and called her friend, Lacey. Hey, it's Liam. I just need you to do me a favor. Next time Miranda checks in, just let her know the divorce proceedings are underway. The paperwork's been filed. That's all. Long silence. Wait, what? You're serious? Very. But you guys always seem so... We're not, I said, cutting through gently. We haven't been. Not for a while. Maybe you should wait until she's back. Talk it out. I did wait, for months. Through the lying, the silence, the condescension. This isn't sudden. It's overdue. The meltdown started 15 minutes after I hung up. My phone lit up like a warning flare, Miranda's name flashing over and over. I stood by the window with peppermint tea, watching traffic on 12th Street, and didn't answer a single call. The text came rapid fire. Liam, what is this? Lacey said something insane. Call me right now. This isn't funny. I didn't reply. I just watched the city lights flicker on one window at a time, feeling something I hadn't felt in months. Control. Not over her, but over me. She called for hours, sometimes back to back, sometimes spaced out like she was trying to stay composed. But I knew the rhythm of her panic, and I didn't answer once. The next morning at 8:17 a.m., I finally picked up. Liam. Her voice cracked like a dam giving out. I said nothing. Oh my God, are you really doing this? You're actually filing for divorce? She was crying. Whether real or performance, I couldn't tell and didn't care. I don't understand. What did I do that was so awful you couldn't even talk to me first? You'll find out in court. Silence. Then she laughed, not joyful, not even bitter. Fragile, like glass cracking under its own weight. You can't be serious. This is crazy. We're just going through a rough patch, Liam. That's all this is. There was a guy in your story, Miranda. His hand on your waist, your lips at the camera like you were single. You tagged the resort publicly. That was nothing. It was just a joke. A stupid inside joke with the girls. That guy's no one. A bartender. I didn't even talk to him. You leaned into him. You smiled at the camera like it was a game. You knew exactly what that story would look like, and you posted it anyway. I didn't think you'd see it, she blurted, then immediately corrected herself. I mean, I didn't mean anything by it. That slip was the truth. She never thought I'd see it. Or maybe she hoped I would and expected me to spiral, to beg. But not this. Not silence, not divorce, not power without volume. I've already signed. You'll get the papers this week. Liam, wait. I did wait for months. While you stopped coming home on time, while you pulled away from conversations, from dinners, from me. I waited while you turned our marriage into a performance, and I gave you every chance to be honest. She was really crying now. I don't want to lose you. You already did. I can change. I'll come home. We can talk. Please just don't end it like this. We've built a life, Liam. No, I built a life. You treated it like a rental. That's when she broke fully. I could hear the ugly gasp, the performance finally over. I don't know what to do. That's not my problem anymore. I hung up and finished my coffee. For the first time in months, it didn't taste bitter. A few days later, I ran into Ava at a cafe near 7th and Broome. She was sitting alone by the window with something pale in a ceramic mug. When she saw me pass by, she waved me in. Hey, Liam, she said with a genuine smile. Is this seat taken? Only by my poor taste in scones, she replied, sliding a half-eaten one to the edge of her plate. Try it if you're into chalk. I laughed for real. It felt strange. Good strange. We talked about Jonah's terrible playlist, his hosting skills, just normal things. Then she leaned back and looked at me seriously. I didn't mean to drop that bomb on you the other night, she said softly. You didn't. You just lit the fuse, she nodded. She posted it knowing people would see it. I think part of her wanted someone to report back to you. Yeah, but she wasn't expecting silence in return. I know what it's like, Ava said after stirring her tea. To wake up one morning and realize someone's been emotionally slipping away for a long time. Only you were the last to notice. That hit different. You've been through it? 3 years ago, my ex-husband. Different circumstances. Same hollow ending. Before we left, she wrote her number on a napkin. Not because I expect anything, but in case you ever need someone in court who's seen the truth. Thanks. That means more than you know. I've got time, Liam. Take all of yours. The courthouse was cold when the day came. Pale wood, high ceilings, fluorescent lights that flattened everything. Carla sat beside me, reviewing documents for the fourth time. At 9:01, the heavy doors opened. Miranda stepped in looking like someone who'd slept through her alarm. Hair in a rushed bun, makeup that looked applied between sobs, navy dress slightly wrinkled. She wasn't wearing her wedding ring. She paused when she saw me, mouth twitching like she wanted to say something, but the bailiff pointed her to the opposite table. She walked without a word. What followed was clinical. Carla presented the timeline, cited dates, messages, travel records. Then she laid Miranda's Instagram story on the screen, paused at its worst frame. Miranda leaning into that stranger, cocktail in hand, eyes heavy with flirtation. Miranda flinched. Her lawyer objected briefly, claimed the post lacked context. The judge raised an eyebrow. The caption says vacation company with a kiss emoji. I think the context is self-evident. This wasn't the stage Miranda was used to. No filters, no ability to spin it into something poetic, just plain wood and legal language and receipts. The hearing was almost over when Miranda suddenly stood. Wait, she said, voice cracking. Your Honor, please. Just one moment. The judge looked up, wary. You've already had the opportunity to speak through counsel. I know, but I need to say something to him. Miranda stepped closer, tears on her cheeks, real ones this time. Liam, I made mistakes. I shut you out. I know that now. Her words rushed out like someone trying to beat a closing door. I got lost somewhere. I let myself drift, but I didn't mean to hurt you like this. I thought I needed space, freedom, but none of it mattered. Not when it cost you. I stayed seated. You were the only thing that ever felt real, she whispered. And I know I don't deserve it. But if there's even a piece of you left that remembers who we used to be, please, just give me one more chance. I'll do anything. The room fell silent. Everyone waited. I stood slowly. Ava had slipped in quietly halfway through, just like she said she might. When she gently reached for my hand, I didn't hesitate. I took it, and together we turned and walked past Miranda without a word. Her breath hitched behind us, a sound that might have once shattered me. Now it only echoed. The courtroom doors opened with a heavy push, and as they closed behind us, I didn't look back. That chapter was sealed. Not with a bang, not with a scream, but with silence. The powerful kind. Outside, the sun had finally broken through the clouds. Warm, honest light poured over the courthouse steps. Ava squeezed my hand once, then let it go. You okay? I took a breath. I will be. And for the first time in a long time, I meant it.